Yes, I can. I can talk to the starting soon screen. Hello. Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, today is probably going to be, well, more cutscenes, of course. More cutscenes, but I'm thinking we're gonna start on the World 1 cutscenes now. I'll like double check my my list here. Oh, Obsidian updated. Cool. Awesome. Let's see. This is good. Gotta check a few things off here. Let's see. Organize this a smidge. Okay, so I know I looked at these Saturday during the raid train a little bit, and I know some of them are Baroque. So I'm going to have to tweak a few things today, like this room here needs to be tweaked. I'm actually going to be smart about how I do this. This is going to be like, this is a loopable area here, so I just have to make sure that it is divided properly, and then just a copy of itself. Just like that. Yeah, only 4 more Twitch followers, and actually, hold on, let me run this thing real quick, because the YouTube goal is not accurate. There we go. It only updates on public YouTube subscribers or Twitch follows in general. So sometimes it doesn't go properly, but we are Let's see, 440 subscribers away from the YouTube goal and only 4 followers away from the Twitch goal. And I don't exactly know what the next step is going to be from there, if I'm being honest. I don't know if I don't know if I'll just like up the follower goal for Twitch or what. Like, I mean, I could say that the goal is affiliate, because, I mean, that's basically true. The goal is affiliate on Twitch. It's just a matter of getting to affiliate, and that's just, I gotta average 3 viewers on 4 different streams, I believe, for Twitch. Let me look real quick. Analytics? No. I think it's on the homepage. Yeah, okay, so the path to affiliate. Reach 25 followers, done, almost 4x'd that. Stream 4 days a month. We're at 5 streams currently, not counting this one. Stream 4 hours a month. We're at 12 hours, so don't have to worry about that one. And minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days to hit affiliate requirements. And then what that'll do is just allow for people to subscribe on Twitch, I believe, and they'll also be able to do custom emotes and everything. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Chiptroid? Welcome in, welcome in. The scenes are being cut. And let's just say my knife is dull. Now, I forget, like, why I did it this way, but the horse cart is actually multiple parts. So I might actually have to do some things differently. You probably use the object, but I need to bake this in properly. We need that. We're gonna need the image. This town ain't big enough for the cutscene. I mean, true. It low-key is not. I think I could just put this object in here and it should just work. On up to the horse there. Okay. That should work. Yo, what's up, Science Yoshi? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope y'all are having a good day today. Also, drink of the day. Blackberry Dr. Pepper. Not sponsored, but I should be. So this scene here, I actually, what's in the game currently versus what I want to do is very different. So I'm gonna actually have to open my file for World 1 here. Maybe it's, no, it's actually in the prologue. Yeah, it's only slightly different. Can actually stay for stream today. Hey, that's awesome. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Restock the shelves and put Dr. Pepper everywhere. True. I have a lot of Dr. Pepper stocked up. I have like a case and a half, plus about half a case of the Blackberry Dr. Pepper, plus about a case and a half of Pib Extra. So I'm good on soda for like weeks out. Wait, this isn't supposed to be here. Also have Dr. Pepper. Just got some pizza delivered. That sounds really, really good, actually. What was I cooking? What in the world was I cooking here? This is how I did this? Oh my gosh. Wait, this is like terrible. Food of the day, unsouped noodles with hot sauce. Is unsouped even a word? I mean, you could consider it a word, I guess. It sounds like a word. Is it an official word? Probably not, but I'm not a linguistical person. A linguist, is that what they're called? Etymologist? Linguist? Something like that. Spaghetti code will be spaghetti. This is true. Like, I'm drawing... okay, so let's walk through this. We make a surface, and then we actually just draw the tiles for the tile set out manually. So instead of, like, this stuff that's here, it doesn't even use this. And there's, like, such an easier way to do this, too. Like, hold on. Like, all this doesn't even need to be here anymore. Which is really funny. All I need to do... What is this, too? All this stuff is getting axed anyways. It literally... Actually, except you. You stay. These things can stay. Just that, though. This is just so... Actually, wait, no, this doesn't need to be here. Never mind. Never mind. It doesn't need to be there. Because I'm using a different object for the horse. Okay. So... This is going to... become a managed cutscene again. Like a new one. We don't need... I'm just going to axe a bunch of stuff out. This can stay... It's like I was doing this at first. So, let's get rid of alarms. I'm just going to clear out a bunch of things here. We are going to use a playhead. We're going to make a date message. And this will almost certainly have to be changed, but... Oh, I should also probably, like, zoom code in. I forget that I'm streaming. It does actually need to be legible for people watching to an extent. Might be important. Yo, Shorts viewers, Nicholas Vasquez and Sofia Incompore 9179. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm not sure why those are not showing up in my chats. Did my streamer.bot screw up here? I just now noticed that. I apologize. Where is YouTube? Where's my broadcast? Shorts messages are not showing. That's true. It actually says 0 monitored YouTube broadcast, which is really funny because it's just not true because I can see the YouTube chats right now. So, oh, and I also just know, dude, I'm so out of it today. I just realized the stream starting soon thing has been playing this whole time. Yeah, I've live streamed before. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, it says they're monitored, but it's just not showing the messages in chat. Wow. Mad, unfortunate. But I should probably add something to the... I'm gonna add something to the vertical scene. Let me move the goal thing up. I'm going to move chat down just a smidge. I'm going to shrink chat, I think. It muted my mic too. What's going on? Oh my gosh. OBS is hating me. I'm sitting here. I must have undone, like, when I hit Control Z, it must have undone the audio changes and not the other things here. Oh my gosh. Most scuffed stream ever. Okay, note to self. Multi-stream does not support, it does not support undoing. Noted. Noted. Okay, it does not support undoing. Don't try it. So I'm adding like a little message that's on the shorts stream. It's gonna say, hey, check out the widescreen view. So the script show. There we go. Low-key clip farming. I mean, a little bit, but do that. Outline size is that, but also make it. What did I change there? Background color. All right, I'll clip it. Oh, I didn't even have the shorts backtrack on. Oh my gosh, everything's falling apart today. It's gonna be one of those. All right, there we go. Well, I have the widescreen clip. If I want to edit it into something, I have the widescreen, I guess. I'll just make do with it. Anyways, there's a little message on the short stream now that says, hey, check out the widescreen view. Okay. No YouTube broadcasts are currently monitored in streamer.bot. I don't believe you. I'm seeing something different. I don't want to close streamer.bot and reopen it and then break existing chat. So, I mean, I guess I'll just have to be playing FNAF with my monitors. I'll have to look over to the left for shorts chat and over to the right for everything else, so. I guess I also should double check, like, and make sure Twitch is showing up too. It appears to be, so. Imagine for April Fools the song is Journoid talking and the Journoid VTuber thing is in the song audio. I can do that, technically. I just have to change what it's linked to. I actually, fun fact, that's how I puppeteer the VTuber for YouTube videos, is I will record the script in advance and then send it through desktop audio and have him react to that. Or, actually, you know, I could just pipe my desktop audio into the microphone right now, but it would be probably really loud. So, I'm not going to do that. But he would react to the music. Anyhow, we have this, like, initialization scene. And then we'll do this for whatever. Checking chat, then suddenly your lights go out and you hear the Torador march. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what it feels like, because I'm just like, I look to my left for shorts chat, I look to my right for OBS and other chats, and then I look to the center to actually focus on what I'm streaming. So, man, I should have ate before I started streaming. That's probably what it is. I did not eat lunch because I wasn't really feeling hungry. Now I'm kind of feeling hungry, but oh well. I'll just be hungry for the next 2 hours unless this becomes like a eating/reaction stream, but chat, what are we reacting to if this becomes a reaction stream? I could also bring back, and this would be for like incredibly retroid Retroid. No, retro Journoid viewers. Those who were here before the Great Reset. Viewers who were here before it was made like basically a game dev only. Basically a game dev only channel. Yeah, like Retroid mode. Retro Journoid. Retroid. That's probably copyrighted. I feel like I've heard that before. But I had like 2 videos that they were food reviews. I had 2 different food reviews on the channel, and they were like really just, I was bored and felt like, yeah, I'm gonna make a YouTube video out of this. It might be funny. One was on like a granola bar kind of thing, and the other was on a pack of peanut butter crackers. So, is it lost media? It's not lost media. They're just unlisted on my YouTube channel. Like, I could actually pull it up probably, but I'd have to like watch through and make sure I'm not like accidentally doxing myself or something, because I have a bad habit of doing that apparently. There's a few streams that went private because I accidentally doxed myself, but streams and videos, but and so and I say doxing like and just like something that I didn't necessarily want to share was on there. Hold on, let me actually look and see how old these videos are. I'm gonna go look here because they're quite old. I have videos on this channel dating back to 2016 that are private. So the first food review video was on July 1st, 2018. No, I just have to double check to make sure that I'm not like showing anything in the video that's like, you know, my legal government name or something. Like the title was totally legit Kind Bar food review. It was a Kind Bar. That was the brand, not clickbait. So like but I'm looking at the thumbnail and like the camera works immaculate because it's just like you can see like my entire freaking leg. I would dox that I'm actually a skeleton IRL. Yeah, the oldest video on the channel is probably Backhand Slip Grip Special. That's the oldest public video, I believe. Though there were a few that were public before that actually did get some views, but unlisted for various reasons, either to clear up the channel or because I just didn't like having the videos up there anymore. Like it was smash clips, it might have been speed runs, Osu gameplay, and I think actually, you know, if I go to my channel, are those not like, is there not like a public playlist for the Osu clips? Hold on, I have to open it in a window that I'm not signed in on. Let me see, because those might still be public, or at least unlisted. Nope, it's not. Oh well. They're lame anyways. It's like Osu circles, and I was like not good at Osu circles when I was making these videos. I was just like, oh yeah, I want to post Osu content. Whatever, but... Did I actually... I don't think I actually... Hold on. I need to like undo every bit of this real quick to see if I like had the text baked in. Okay, I did. Okay. Horse cart. And this, we'll need to tab it over here. Okay. But yeah, like one thing, and the thing about doing reaction stuff to like some of my own content is like, I'd almost definitely need to like face reveal for that to be like entertaining. That's just a me thing though. I don't think that, I personally don't find a lot of reaction content funny with a VTuber, right? Which, you know, sounds like hypocritical to say since I'm like kind of a VTuber, but you know, I don't really claim that. I don't really claim that title. I claim the title of ToonTuber. So, just for the record, but oh, that's the wrong dialogue player. What is this? 6. And I think it's 4 for Yui. No, it's 9. Or maybe we'll just do 1 for that. Did my keyboard just type vexilities? Vexilities plural? So I'm actually going to add more dialogue onto this, I think. Did I remove it from my file here? I might have. No. I'll have to do something here that actually changes the scene, I think, because I have like this idea for an effect that I want to do that... Okay, so let me actually look in the Discord, because I know I teased this a while back, kind of a long while back, this horse cart cutscene. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh gosh, it was so long ago. What in the world? Dang, it was really long ago. What the heck? I didn't even tease the full cutscene? I'm insane. What the heck? I only did like the where they enter the horse cart. That's okay, this is awesome. Yeah, dialogue for different characters. Might adjust these, but you can kind of infer who's talking a little bit here, or maybe like what it's related to. But Haunt's cart, this is true. You have alerted the horse. So I think part of me wants to add a little bit more dialogue in here for like when actually, no, I don't think I need the extra dialogue, but when this scene ends, we'll do something, and I essentially want it to cut from like this like outside scene to like a view of them inside the cart here. The horse of suspicion and distrust. This is quite literally this horse. Like, tell me this horse doesn't look suspicious. Like, he is not going to trust you, I don't think. He's so locked in. Can't wait to go through every single room in the game each time I get a new character. That's the goal, is to make people want to do that. If speedrunners get their hands on angels and demons, they will discover frame-perfect bugs that let them skip the entirety of the game in 34 seconds. I hope not, honestly, but at the same time, like, if I somehow manage to let that happen, then I guess you deserve to be able to do it. So, you know, LOL. Anyways, I need to see, what are we at here? 480, 384. 480, 384. That's rhythm game stuff there. Say force equals instance 8. Depth 480, 384. No, wait, not depth. Layer. Layer. Bars. horse cart. And then in this, we'll say with horse, set sprite to horse cart walk. 1% chance interacting with the haunts reads, the horse looks at you with suspicion and distrust. That would be a really funny thing to add in, actually. Amelia Roseanne Skype, welcome in. Howdy, howdy. How's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Horse equals true. I got you. Horse is true. This actually, you know, if I did like if horse, this would be true now. Just because it's an instance and that's a positive variable. If I wanted to do if horse, this would work. Really funny thing. Give that horse a true. You know, I'm surprised I have not made an Angels and Demons true emote yet. Like that needs to be a thing, I believe. I need to add a true emote. So we're making him go to the walking animation. That's correct. We're going to create this. This will be fine. And then once we get here, this is where we might need to cook some things. Katruya. Maybe. Katruya or Truey. Like, maybe like that. And it's Yui. Heck true. Wait, heck true. It could literally be 3 of the 5 protagonists, I think. Truey could go crazy. So I might actually have to make some graphics for these scenes today. I'm not positive, but that's kind of what I'm thinking I might have to do. But Pepper Trooney. We got Pepper Trollney, Pepper Trooney. Oh man. Pepperoni would be a really funny one to put on there now that you say that. He would be a really funny true emote. It's not layer hide. What am I doing? Layer set visible. I want to like, yeah, it really is. It really is just very memeable. What's the other one? Dirt and BG tiles. Okay. Out of the Angels and Demons cast, who would be the most chronically online? I mean, that's a loaded question. It would technically, like, solely by technicality be Kaguya, because she would need to have some kind of online connection to, like, properly work in most scenarios. But technically it would be Autumn, I think. Autumn would be the actual most chronically online because, like, in her bio, she occasionally streams. There's also a hint at that in the Kaguya live chat. Someone, like, there's a chance that someone can ask when Autumn streams. Just BMing. So... Nah. No wonder Kaguya's a streamer then. Yeah, like, Kaguya is just like a self-insert for Autumn, borderline. Your Kaguya OS needs an update. We've scheduled it for tonight. This stream sucks. When does your mom go online? You think people do that for Small Ant streams? Because Small Ant's mom streams. Like, Small Ant Mom is her channel name, I'm pretty sure. And it's like, I could not imagine, like, any other, like, almost any of my family members streaming. Maybe my brother. Like, my brother used to stream a little bit, but he's been inactive for probably 2 years at this point. He low-key quit, but I mean, could be big. My parents don't have the streamer genetics. The most my mom has actually done any kind of streaming, or my parents in general, has just been like Facebook Live. What layer is this on? Layer? Where's my inspector that shows what objects are here? Huh? This actually will need to go. Rare instance, a cutscene goes above the lighting layer, but we do need to do that, I think. So what I want to happen here is after this clock message has time to disappear, it's going to change the view to look like it's inside of the horse cart. And this is where main character and Yui are going to have like some dialogue before there's like a bump, like a big old bump, and then they get knocked out the back. So that is the idea, at least. You know, I'm gonna add something in here real quick while I'm thinking about it. We'll repeat this check every, don't do 1 millisecond. Let's do like 100,000. How many, like, hold on, let me convert this. We'll do every few minutes. This will update. Hopefully that doesn't break things. Or this alert text thing. I had to run it myself whenever there's a change, I think. But it should trigger repeat interval 300,000 milliseconds. That should be 300 seconds, so every 5 minutes. That should be okay. And it gives me a little message. Goals updated. Tedo, my beloved V-Synth. This is true. I love Tedo. Just thought about something. Right before Kaguya's fight, she activates her sentry form as though she's about to be a serious threat, and yet, as soon as the fight starts, she suddenly doesn't care about MC and Yui, instead acting cute for stream. I mean, low-key accurate to her character, I guess. Like, but this is just an instance of Journoid who didn't think of any of that. So that whole interaction will probably be different in Demo 5. Just because, like, it's been different across each demo solely because it's post-game stuff. It's not, like, really canon at all. Right? Like, Demo 3 Kaguya fight was not canon. Demo 4 Kaguya fight, also not canon. And you even get to know that when you interact with Hector after the fight in Demo 4, because he's like, yeah, like, we shouldn't actually know each other yet. The developer only put us here because he wanted us to have more screen time. Journoidant. Small rock sends people flying. Girl with pair of wings in distress. Good night, Vexility. Hope you have a wonderful sleep. I really think Kaguya should yap in the middle of her fight. Like, chat, they're trolling? They're trolling for content? Are they throwing chat? Chat, what are they doing? Chat. Okay, chat. Like XQC style. I do want to make Kaguya's fight even more annoying than it already is, for the record. So, That might be something she does. Like, just midway through attacks, she triggers a text box and pauses everything around you. Like, everything freezes because the text box is there. Would make it really, really annoying. So... Mods, can we kill this guy? I don't like them. Kill this guy with hammers. I do it for her EX fight. I mean, true. Because there will be, like, Kaguya will have a fight in the base game, right? And the post-game Kaguya fight is kind of, like, it's kind of what I want that to be, but not really, because there's a few things that go into it that I just didn't put in for various reasons, mainly time crunch, but I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to incorporate it yet into Demo 5, like, solely because, well, okay, so there's a few reasons here. I do want Demo 5 to be something that's like, I basically want it to be the demo that's going to carry the game until it's finished, essentially. So that would mean that your save files ideally would be able to transfer to the final game. Now, how feasible that is, I don't really know, because I've never had to do something like that, but I would like to do something like that. So whether or not that stays true is to be determined, but, or at the very least, like, I would have a thing in there that says, hey, if you want, you can go to a post-game state, but, like, this will create a new file or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to make it complicated, but I still want you to be able to transfer your files and stuff. But I also want people to be able to experience, like, some post-game things, like the boss rush and a few other cool things I've got included. But honestly, I might have to forego it just to keep that kind of consistency, I guess. Because, I mean, there's also the option where I just put a flag that says, hey, this file, like, this is where they stopped right before they went into post-game, so this would be the stats they have, or something like that. Would be really good if you plan to keep the demo up along with the full release. Well, I do plan to keep it, like, available to download, is the idea. Think like how Deltarune just gives you chapters 1 and 2 for free. That's what I want to do with Angels and Demons, where you just get the first almost quarter of the game for free. That way you can really truly try it out before you commit to spending money on it. I've always been a firm believer in games should have demos, you know? I think not only, like, purely from a business perspective, like, giving a prospective customer the option to try before they buy is, like, you know, it feels like a no-brainer, right? It genuinely feels like a no-brainer. But, you know, I don't think Demo 5 is going to get updated with, like, more content or anything like that. I don't plan on doing that. Short of, like, maybe just bug fixes, like, doing some upkeep like that. I don't want to sunset it like I did. Like, I consider Demo 4 sunsetted at this point. I know there's a few bugs in it, but it's honestly more of a hassle to go in there and try and, like, refamiliarize myself with the old code base and, like, find bugs and fix them than it's kind of worth when the bugs are, like, very specifically niche, to my understanding. I think. Like, I think all the game-breaking stuff has been fixed, but, you know, I wouldn't really swear to it, but also I don't really want to, like, waste time fixing bugs on a demo that not many people play anymore. I would rather just focus that time into Demo 5. Bugs are just the fun of playing the demo. I mean, yeah, that's true, but there's also the potential for it to just be something like, okay, well, there's the potential that it's like, okay, well, we have this demo and we're playing it, but it's, like, so buggy. If the full game is like this, then I don't want to mess with it, right? So I don't want there to be bugs necessarily, but like, just with Demo 4 currently, there's a lot that affects that. No, actually, I'm probably gonna need to put this back down here. I'll just have to layer things properly. But yeah, like, I don't really feel like I am supporting Demo 4 anymore. It's not really a priority to support it, I guess, at this point, because, I mean, I kept up updates for it for probably, like, 8 months to a year, right? And then there was, like, just that downtime where no one was touching it, and there were no bugs being found, so I was like, okay, well, I have basically forgotten a lot of the stuff about it that, like, means anything, so, like, it's actually such a different code base now than it was, so I would literally have to spend, like, a whole day just to go in and fix bugs and hope that I don't break other things, because, with it being compiled in Yo-Yo compiler instead of VM, it's just harder to debug too, so... But, like, for Demo 5, the idea is once Chapter 1 is finished, I'll probably launch the Patreon, and if anyone wants to support for, like, so much a month, they'll get access to dev builds and stuff, and dev builds will likely go out until they will go out to Chapter 6, so Chapter 7 and 8 and any post-game stuff, that'll be locked off to final game. But then again, also, if you, like, one of the tiers that I'm planning for the Patreon is, like, you subscribe to it once, you get the game and OST on release. Basically pre-ordering for a discount and supporting me in the process, ideally. But it's all about, like, finding this kind of balance, I guess. It's kind of interesting because I don't want to what did I put this in? I gotta see what I actually set this to. Is this milliseconds? Is this ticks? What is this? Nope, in step. Okay, it's like frames. We'll shake camera. And we'll set sprites, but like I don't want people to feel like I'm like charging a metric ton for Patreon things, but at the same time it's like in this economy there's a lot to figure with it, because I don't want people to feel like they have to support the Patreon to, like, engage with the community. I don't want to isolate the community by, like, people who are paying and people aren't. That's, like, not at all what I want to do. But I also would like to feel like the game is not just a pipe dream, I guess. Like, because I'll be honest, like, it is getting slightly more difficult to, like, develop the game over time and not have, like, kind of income coming from it, I guess, which, I mean, is not entirely true. I actually have had a few people donate on the itch page. They've, actually just, like, literally, actually, just yesterday, someone donated to the itch page, and I'm, like, super thankful for that. Like, that makes me, like, think, okay, I am doing something right if someone's donating to Demo 4, right? So, there's a little bit there. Like, there's been support. I'm not gonna lie and say there hasn't been or anything like that. And not even just say it's, like, required either. Like, I know, no, regardless of how long it takes, I'm going to get this game done, even if it takes like 10 years, which I hope it doesn't, you know. But like, obviously having that kind of monetary support would help me to get more done on the game, because then it's like, you know, I wouldn't have to run work side quests or anything like that. I could literally do it either part or full time, depending on the amount of support, right? But at the same time, like, I I don't want people to feel like they have to or anything like that. I don't want there to be this like user base split, right? Because the things I'm planning on offering for the Patreon are like for tier 1. Let me actually pull it up so I don't butcher this real quick. Let me see what I have here listed out, because I know I've talked a little bit about it. There's a few things I want to add to this as well. So, tier 1 is currently, you would get exclusive teasers, access to exclusive dev streams, a role in the Discord that says you're a supporter, and the feeling of, wow, I'm supporting the development of Angels and Demons, you know. Then the next tier would add, it'd have everything from the previous plus dev builds. And then the tier after that would be everything in the previous plus your name in the credits and a copy of the game and soundtrack on release, only needed to pledge once. I'm kind of trying to follow like how they did it for Pizza Tower. I thought that was a really good model. I mean, it sold me. Like I was I was there for that. Like I was a Pizza Tower supporter. I supported Pizza Tower's Patreon for a bit. So, but I was also thinking like there's a few more things I could add on that. Like if I keep up the content grind, like, okay, well, if you're on one of these tiers, then maybe you get your name at a credit scroll at the end of it, and if you're on one of the higher ones, then I'll, like, actually shout your name out or something like that. Which, I mean, me personally, I've never really liked those either, like, but I know some people do. I can't just base all this stuff off of, like, okay, what do I like? Because I know other people like things like this, right? Like having those shout outs or like a credit scroll and everything, or even just knowing, yeah, like the fuzzy feeling in your chest, increased whimsy, and a heart that grows 3 sizes, things like that too, right? Just things like that. I know people do like. I was personally never a fan of them, but I'd be willing to include it as an option, because I think the more perks I offer, the better it's going to be for, like, you know, for money in return. You know, I would hope that I can offer a lot. Like, I don't want to, like, sell myself short with it either. Like, you know, I'm not going to say, like, okay, the tier that has the copy of the game is only going to be $1 because, you know, I don't want people to feel like, oh, that's too much money. Like, I can't do that, obviously. That's just gonna be like, okay, why would I even sell the game at the first place? I might as well make it free. But, anyways, like, small tangent aside, it's like, I want to price it fair, so I've been putting a lot of, like, thinking into it. I want it to be a fair price, so that, like, obviously, so more people would be interested in doing it, for one, right? I would like more people to be interested in the Patreon in general, you know? Because I know I did a poll a while back in the Discord that was like, okay, well, would you guys be interested in supporting? Like, just to gauge interest, right? Not even, like, a guarantee, like, okay, I will support, just like a, hey, is it something you'd even be interested in the first place? Because if no one was interested in it, then there's, like, no point in doing it. And then I just look into, like, maybe doing a Kickstarter or something instead and trying to, like, do that. But honestly, I don't really think that Kickstarter's the way to go either, because it's, like, that's a ton of planning for that. Like, even, like, more so than this stuff, but... Angels and Freeman's, true. Free Angels and Demons with a Team Fortress 2 style marketplace hat economy. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started on the TF2 economy. On that stout Chaco for 2 refined. But no, I want it to feel worth spending money on. right? Or even worth staying subscribed monthly, right? Because, like, at the end of the day, it's like I'm providing, like, entertainment, or not really a service, but entertainment and, like, content in exchange for your hard-earned coin. So I feel like it needs to be, like, more rather than less. So there's a few things I'd want to add on there, like, maybe, like... And I thought about this one, but it almost feels unfair, because it'd be, like, pay to win, right? I mean, it basically is pay to win, but it'd be, like, extra voting power in polls or something like that. But that one would be low-key lame, if I'm being honest. So, I don't know if I would want to do that, actually. So. Yo, Azu Official, welcome in. How am I? I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. I'll buy your limited edition Kaguya headwear for my 5 divine scrap. What am I coding? I am working on an indie game. This is... Well, I'm working on specifically a cutscene for it. Basically... going through scene by scene and programming how I want things to do. Engine, Game Maker. Angels and Demons, board GUIs, controlling all of the polls. True. Would you ever have a design an enemy/NPC tier? I have actually thought about it. I don't know if Patreon lets you do, like, single purchase tiers. They might, and it'd have to be something like that. And I would have to have a very, very extensive list of rules for what can and cannot be done for that. Because, I do know that there's another game that I have been following. And I know a few other people in the Discord are familiar with it as well, but Hunter Chronicles, which, I guess that's not its name anymore, Varminal, as it's called now. They actually did a name change. They did a Kickstarter, and that was one of the tiers, was a, like, design an enemy, design an NPC, design a special attack. Yes, avoiding the so sorry incident, right? Like, if you were to design an enemy or NPC or something, it would have to follow a strict set of rules that actually fit it within the canon of the Angels and Demons universe, right? Like, there'd be, like, some very, very strict things about it. Like, okay, it can't be, like... Obviously, it can't be political in any way. It can't, like... be contradictory with any of the game things. Like, lore or otherwise. It can't be, like, a reskin of an existing character. It can't be anything offensive. A lot of things like that. How do I animate my PNGs? So, actually... I do a lot to animate the PNG tuber. I'm using a program called Sammy to handle swapping between animations and emotions and stuff like that. I can have him go through a bunch of different things here. That is controlled through Sammy into OBS. OBS has a plugin that makes him animate with my voice. So, no, actually, it's SAMMI. Like, it's actually like this. I think it's like an acronym or something. There you go. That's how it is. Nah, it's not something you'd expect right out of the gate. But I actually just followed another YouTuber, Scott Falco. He made this kind of concept called a ToonTuber that does this. So I would suggest checking out his video on that to see how I set it up. What happened with So Sorry? So, it's kind of a long story. I think what ended up happening to, like, all of that was, like, I want to say that So Sorry was, like, this, it was, like, a fetish character or something like that. I honestly don't really know, and I'm glad that I'm forgetting because I don't want to remember, but I know that there was a lot of beef between the creator of So Sorry and the internet, to the fact that, like, Toby Fox had to go out of his way to explain things like, hey, you know, I don't actually hate this person. I don't hate that their character was in the game or anything like that. We're on good terms. It doesn't matter, like, what happened. Like, there's like, big videos that explain it. and go through with all this. So I definitely recommend like checking one of those out. Like I know there was a big deep dive into it. Video is like 45 minutes to an hour long. I watched it a while back, but it's a lot. So but yeah, there would be something. Yeah, I think it was that specifically. Yo, Mona Musa, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, the so sorry incident is interesting, and I would ideally want to avoid something like that, or have some kind of rule, like, where it's like, okay, you have to make a character specifically for this. You can't use an existing one due to copyright reasons. I'm doing pretty good today. Stream started off a little scuffed, but I mean, we're going well now, I think. It was a little scuffed for various reasons. Flashbacks to the loud noises. Oh no, the desktop audio is increasing, guys. Oh no, it's getting louder. That time it was intentional. But, yeah, like, if I was going to do, like, an enemy/NPC tier, there'd have to be a lot of rules, and I'd also have to put in a clause on there that's like, hey, I don't care if it isn't breaking the rules. If I feel like it doesn't fit, then I have the right to refuse and refund you, right? Like, if it feels like there's something, like some kind of dodgy stuff happening or anything like that, like someone's trying to subtly skirt around a rule or anything like that. My OC evil Journoid still has a chance. But like, I did also think about like a special attack tier too, because I think that would be a cool thing. Like, oh, make a custom special attack that you unlock for doing some kind of bonus thing. You know, kind of think like how in Bowser's Inside Story that, special attacks were like technically avoidable in some cases, like Magic Mirror. You had to go through and fight the Shroobs, right? Though, doing, like, there'd also have to be rules on special attacks too. Like, of course, there'd have to be rules for anything that's like community created content that would be added in, of course. Like, for example, with special attacks, I would say, like, you can't make it like you can't make it want to be like overpowered or something like that, right? So, it couldn't be like necessarily clone conundrum levels or anything. Like, I would say maybe pseudo infinites would be good, right? Like, if you wanted something that's like Magic Mirror or Century Shuffle in Angels and Demons, right? Like, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but like, if it's going to be an infinite, it has to be really difficult. That's my rule set going for it. It should be high risk, high reward, high skill ceiling. That's my logic with Clone Conundrum as it is, because I know that attack is difficult, and I know you guys hate it too when it is difficult. But it's like that for a reason, because if it was too easy, okay, we go into this fight and let's just Clone Conundrum and take out all the enemies. Unfortunately, I fear Yui Hydrogen Bomb transformation ability is not getting accepted. Well, it wouldn't get accepted because it's already in the plans, to an extent. In a very closely related thing. I'll spoil since you hit the nail on the head a little bit. I have an idea for a duo attack with Yui and Kaguya where Yui carries Kaguya up into the air and Kaguya uses like some solar panel type stuff to like really absorb energy since she's up above the clouds and stuff like that. And essentially just uses solar beam. So I mean, it's kind of a hydrogen bomb in a way, like a Yui powered hydrogen bomb. I have a few. Let's look at the special attack stock. Let's talk about some here. Because I know there's like some. It's okay. I was calling it Radiant Radio. Alright, Yui pulls Kaguya into the air to build up tons of excess solar energy. Use all directions to move Kaguya into sunny spots. Stay out from under clouds and watch out for rain. Build Kaguya's charge to 100% for the most damage. Building less than 100% will drop little electric orbs onto each enemy for small damage. Building 100% or more will enter phase 2, where Kaguya must aim her laser onto or into a group of enemies to deal the most electric damage. Fire the laser within 10 seconds by pressing C, or the taunt key. Cinematic scene shows Kaguya fire the laser down through multiple lasers of clouds, kind of like those scenes in My Hero Academia, before transitioning back to the battle arena and showing enemies get zapped for big damage. Yui truth nuke ability, yeah. So, yeah, there's a few. Like, I want to add in like special attacks. Like, I want there to be duo, trio, quartet, and quintet attacks, right? I want each character to have a solo attack. So like main character gets Scarf Scramble, Yui gets Divine Dive Bomb. This is what Angel Airlines was originally. Angel Airlines solo, but has become Divine Dive Bomb. So that'll be essentially the same thing. Yui also gets, and I'm not sure which name I want to go with, if I want to do Virtuous Velocity or Angelic Agility. And that's just her spirit attack that's in Demo 4. Kaguya, her solo attack is Combo Jump, and it's just the infinite jump that needs to be capped better. Yes! Shroop da Whoop! Yes! Goat! Elite ball knowledge. Main character Kaguya together would get Blossom Bash. This is just Red Shell. This is just a Red Shell. Pull out a foldable flower and kick it back and forth into the enemy for big damage. Pseudo Infinite will continue until the speed of the flower is too great or no more enemies can be hit, whichever comes first. So Kaguya's Team Defend attack in Demo 4 is a special attack. Then she gets a duo with Yui as well. That's the Radiant Radio one. Holy Home Run, we've seen that one. Kaguya pitches Yui. And then you have to aim down the strike zone with Kaguya and just like swing with main character for big damage, big area damage. Autumn's laser tag is gonna get changed because you just can button mash and it's fine. So it's gonna actually function more. What I kind of want to have it do is function like Bomb Derby in the Mario and Luigi games, where you press left to like cock her ray gun, and then you'll press right to move it back, and then you'll press like space to shoot it. So it'd be like left, right, space, left, right, space, left, right, space, in that order, and you couldn't really mash it. You'd have to have a little bit of a rhythm to it. So getting too slow would cause the gun to overheat, and then you'd have to fire off 10 shots without error to enter phase 2, which you could just launch yourself up and like shoot one big blast that hits all the enemies. And Sentry Shuffle, that's the quartet attack, or minimum quartet attack, I guess. No, wait, Kaguya, Autumn, and at least one other character, so it's a trio. But it's like a variable trio, that's how it is, I'm dumb. I remember being able to cheese combo jump with turbo mode. Oh no. Yeah, that's because there is like input forgiveness for it. I need to remove it. Virtuous Velocity kind of goes crazy. Yeah, I like the ones that rhyme or kind of like have like a ring to them with the same letter at the beginning. Banquito, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome back, I should say. New attack, Holy Cannoli, summons Mario from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show to turn one enemy into a Goomba. Totally did not forget Journoid was streaming. Hey, you're here and that's what matters. That's the important thing, is you're back and you made it. Alliteration is the word you're looking for. Oh, is that what it's called? Hold up. Alliteration definition. The occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. That's so cool! I didn't know there was a term for that. That's awesome. I love that. That's actually crazy. Okay, I'll rock with it. I didn't know I didn't know there was a term for it. No. I really didn't. That I kind of rock with that. That's cool. Alliteration. Alliteration. New word unlocked, literally. So journolius. Journal. Those who know. So let's see here. How do I want to do this? Alliteration's kind of like inverse rhyming when you think about it. Same sound at the start of words instead of the end. Huh. I never considered that there was like a actual term. What do I mean by those who know? I mean, this is a reference to the co-op video where Gabe says "Journal" when in the naming thing. Would honestly love to see more special attacks with Kaguya's sentry form. Her sentry form has actually changed in her new sprites. I don't know if I've actually shown it off, but I might have. Hold on. Let me pull it up here real quick. It might actually I don't even need to open a sprite. There we go. Yeah. This is her new cyber form. It's kind of like crazy. So now instead of like her just extending, she does this kind of like what I'm going with is oh yeah, I did show it off in the art style video. I did. That's correct. The idea is that her like this is her muscle structure because you actually can't see her hands in her sleeves anymore, and she kind of like dangles a little bit when she walks. So the idea is this is her muscle structure that's on the outside, so she gets better motion with it and not being limited to it being inside of her more metallic joints. That's what I'm going with, at least, is the idea. So, I do like it. It's very shroob coded, and I love the shroobs. One of my favorite Mario enemies ever. Which, you know, y'all are really freaking funny, all right? You guys are really freaking funny voting Paper freaking Mario over Mario and Luigi for the first Let's Plays, all right? So, like, if we're stuck, like, I might change this up. I might literally change up the plans for this, all right? And just, like, bounce between the two series. Like, just start with Paper Mario 64 and go to Superstar Saga and then to Thousand Year Door and then to Partners in Time. Because my plan was just to, like, start one of them and just walk through each game, right? Just go through. Yeah, I did add Paper Mario knowing it could win, but I forgot that Sticker Star and Color Splash existed. I don't think about those games because I don't like them other than... I'll hold on. Actually, credit where credit's due. Their soundtrack slaps. All right. Like, Color Splash, not so much. But Sticker Star, that's like some primo Paper Mario stuff right there, right? That's good. That is good. Yeah, it's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna like I didn't mind Paper Jam. Paper Jam wasn't terrible, but it's definitely the weakest of the Mario and Luigi games, not counting the remakes. And even then, I think like Bowser's Inside Story remake might still be better than Paper Jam, unfortunately. But I don't know. I actually don't know. I might do a poll on this to figure this up, but the original plan was to just go through each game in order, like so like the first one would be like, okay, we're running through all the Paper Mario games, so we'd start with 64, then Thousand Year Door, Super, Sticker Star, Color Splash, and then Origami King, right? Was the idea, because I never finished Color Splash, which is really funny because there's very few Mario games that I've started and never finished. And I think it's like only Color Splash, I guess. But honestly, and this isn't like me being like a little baby about like not wanting to play Sticker Star or anything like that, for the record. All right. But I was thinking of maybe just having it be alternating games just to keep things fresh on the channel. So, like, we'd start with Paper Mario 64 and then go to Superstar Saga. But I would maybe put out a poll. Because, like, I was thinking like, oh yeah, the walkthrough would be good. Just going through all the games in the series in order might be a good thing to do. But then I also thought like that might get boring from a content perspective. Now playing is down here below the mouse, Banquito. Would I be playing the remakes or the originals in the marathon? So it wouldn't really be a marathon. It'd probably just take place over multiple streams. But I was planning on doing the originals. I actually prefer Superstar Saga's original over the remake. And for the Mario and for the Mario and Luigi games, it'd be all originals. I don't think I'd touch the remakes, honestly. And if I did, it would just be for like Bowser Jr.'s Journey or whatever it's called, like the little side game, because I never finished those either. I never touched those. I played through the base games for the remakes, but I did not touch like little side mode. I didn't care for it that much. For Paper Mario though, I don't know if I'd do TTYD remake or not. I'm honestly kind of leaning towards doing the original just for ease of access. Because I have it on my Nintendo GameCube that's modded to work on stream a lot easier, yeah? You know? Same with my Nintendo 64 that's modded to work on stream a lot easier. And my Wii, and... well, 3DS would be, like, I actually have, like, a special 3DS that I could stream my screen from wirelessly. That's where Sticker Star would happen from. And Color Splash would also be on my, like, really cool modded, not modded, but, like, special Wii U that works better on streaming. Uh-huh. And then I just moved to Switch for Origami King. But yeah, yeah, of course Sticker Star gets the actual thing, but I mean, I would also do the same thing for Dream Team and Paper Jam because I have those on my 3DS and can screen share it because it's special. My totally original hardware consoles, please do not break my knees, Nintendo. Yup. That's about how it be. I need to actually look in this horse object. Does everything go with, in his draw, does everything go off image alpha? Hey, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Most of the Mario and Luigi games can at least be played on actual hardware, except for like Superstar Saga. Yeah. I mean, I could finagle Superstar Saga on hardware. I'd use my 3DS, but well, 3DS or Wii U. I think I have it on my Wii U, but there's easier methods. There's much easier methods for Superstar Saga. So, I mean, yeah, this song does go really hard. It's one of my favorite new OST things, honestly. This is not the right sprite. I mean, it is the right sprite, but it's not. You're not like, actually, this sprite might just be wrong. I might actually have to change this sprite. Let me find that real quick. But I have like some incredibly spoilery things open in Aseprite right now, so let me get out of that real quick. The intro sounds like someone going nya 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 oh oh nya 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 oh oh. I cannot comment on what is happening in this song actually. It's like it's spoilers, but you will get to experience it in Demo 5. For the record. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This would be Chapel Town, wouldn't it? Horse carriage. Yes. No, Demo 5 will answer some questions with this one. It's not, it might answer some questions, it will answer questions. Demo 5 will answer this question. Can't Superstar Saga be played on the 3DS, like, backwards compatibility? You know, actually, it might have, there might be a Game Boy Advance, like, virtual console for Superstar Saga. I'd have to look into that and see. Anyways, let me, not open that sprite. Oh my gosh. Is there not a way to, like, there's not a way to remove recent sprites on here, is there? Well, that's troll. Okay, I guess I'm closing the home tab. Let's see. I need studio mode, I need viewport, and let me show a sprite. There we go. 3DS can play Game Boy Advance games through Virtual Console, but it does not have Superstar Saga officially. Well, you know, my 3DS is special. It can have Superstar Saga if I want it to, so... I don't think we can... I don't think we need that. We don't need that. We don't... that. I'm actually, like, low-key so impressed with this sprite work. I actually might not even need to delete things here. Let's just look. Yeah, give me... Let me just flatten this. Copy it. And then 384 by 128. Yeah. I do have Switch Online, but it's actually... behind expansion pass, which I do not have. Don't have expansion pass, so... I mean, that would probably be the easiest solution, but then it's like, it's doubly troll because, my, capture card doesn't... It technically doesn't properly support my Switch 2. Yeah, you can easily emulate Game Boy Advance on 3DS, though. Like, you can also just inject Virtual Console stuff as well. And that would probably be, like, what I end up doing, is some VC injection-related things. I mean, using my cartridge. So... This is all I need for this. Oh, I don't know where my save is, so actually, you know, I'm gonna have to disable this real quick again, lol. Because if I, like... Hold on, hide Ace of Fright for a second. If I save this... Okay, yeah. Horse, carriage, tile. I have had some very, very, very spoilery things open, so I have to be very, very careful about that. But that's all I need from Ace of Fright anyways, so... I'll leave this sprite as is. This whole horse cart thing is going to be like such a high texture budget thing. It's so funny, but whatever. But on the topic of getting expansion pass, that might honestly just be the easiest solution, realistically, because then I don't have to like suss out I don't have to suss out my Paper Mario 64 cartridge and adapt it to work with my special Nintendo 64 that works easier for stream. You know, I could just launch it on Switch Online. Yeah, I typically don't run the emulators through the homebrew things because they are just not that great. They don't get full access to what do you call it? To processing power. That's what it is. You know, I bet this has also got... Does this actually show... No, it doesn't show my thing there anyways. Okay, cool. I didn't think it showed my file picker. I'm glad it doesn't. Just leave it there, and we'll say, okay. This is fine, I think. This is gonna take some camera work to make this look cool, but gotta have the most high quality sprites for something barely on screen, yeah. That's typically how it goes. High quality sprites only where it matters. This song might be one of my favorite video game songs ever created. Oh, and it's gone. Nah, we're running it back. We're running it back. I didn't get to truly appreciate it. It's literally so good. There's a reason why the Angels and Demons tutorial theme sounds very similar to this. There's a reason why. Song plays rent-free in my head anytime I'm given a tutorial section. Exactly! Exactly! Like, it was playing rent-free in my head and rent-free in my headphones when I was, like, making tutorials for Angels and Demons, so... Okay, so I guess I should probably like explain how this cutscene's gonna go. So I think I might have done that earlier, but I don't know if I ever finished my thought with it. We're gonna go into this scene. We're gonna have like a clock thing that's like, hey, this is what time it is now. We're gonna play like a horse cart sound. We're gonna make sure the horse is walking. And then we're going to, after 5 seconds, pan into a scene inside the cart. Inside the horse cart, main character and Yui are going to be sitting there. Which I need to set their sprites and their coordinates, but I guess I'll go ahead and do that. Hold on. Just take these. I'll need these. This is another one I'll have to make. But we'll have them sit in there. We'll set their coordinates, and they're going to be talking about doing things. Actually, how do you spell brochure? 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 Every time I think of Partners in Time OSC, I think of how the final boss has that Once Upon a Time theme. I mean, I'll be honest. I am not the biggest fan of the real final boss theme, right? I think standard Princess Shroob's theme is a lot better. Like, it's not bad. Like, it's a good final boss theme. It really sets like the cinematic tone where it's like okay, you know, you have to kind of do things here. It's like end of the freaking world. Like it really sets the stage for it. Like, but it's just not my favorite. I think it's really good as a cinematic boss fight track though. But younger Princess Shroob, her battle theme, like, it's just a lot better. It really, I feel like that one represents the Shroobs as a whole. But Another's Requiem, yeah, like that one is more like, okay, like this is the circumstances. This represents the circumstances our party is in, or the world is in this case. But the Princess Shroob battle, the standard one, is that one represents the Shroobs and their mindset as a whole. Like they're these like technical weird creatures, and like you're in this tense fight. But yeah, Another's Requiem, that one is just like this one represents the state that everything's in. So I do think that's really cool. I like Yoko Shimomura, like still the GOAT. No one does it like Yoko does. And I will swear by that. Like, even Brotherships, like, Brotherships OST isn't bad. I actually like it, but, I think Brotherships OST problem is that all, like, okay, let me rephrase. Let me start from the beginning. Like, Yoko is really good at what she does, but some Yoko Shimomura tracks are just not great. Like, they kind of have that, like, okay, I'm tired of hearing this song on repeat vibe to them. Like, there's a few I can name off the top of my head that are memorable because I don't like them. Like, in Dream Team, it's like Mushrise something. Like, it's like the plains area. Cannot stand that track because I heard it on repeat so long. Dreamy Mushrise is good though, but like regular Mushrise, no, can't stand it. Yeah, Mushrise Park, that's what it is. Superstar Saga, Teehee Valley, that's another one of them that just like, it scratches my brain the wrong way. It's more like it gives my brain an itch rather than it scratches an itch because of that freaking Peach escort mission. All right, I heard it too much and it drove me mad. Now on the flip side, Brotherships OST doesn't really have tracks like that. All of Brotherships tracks are at best average, or not at best, at worst average. Sorry, they are average at worst, but like they're not too super memorable either. Like, the only ones that I really like that really stuck with me are Shipshape Island, the mini boss theme, the battle theme, and the boss fight theme, right? But yeah, like, no. Like, Brotherships OST is good. I did mean to say they are average at worst, right? Like, Brothership doesn't really have any bad tracks, I don't think, right? But in that same sense, like, it doesn't have any incredibly, like, really good tracks. Like, in my opinion, at least, like, there's a few things that it's just like, okay, well, like, this one's pretty good, but, like, there's no, like, huge home run out of the park ones, right? Like, now, you think about Yoko Shimomura, and it's like, okay, well, has Yoko made a bad boss fight theme ever? Alright? Superstar Saga's boss fight theme, banger. Popple and Rookie battle theme, banger. Versus Cacletta, like, banger. Versus Cacletta Soul, banger. Partners in Time, alright? Freaking Crisis of Red and Green, banger. What is the name of the one in, Attack the Enemy? The standard battle theme, banger. Versus Princess Shroob, banger. Another's Requiem, banger. Debatable banger. Like, more like cinematic banger. Freaking, oh yeah, the Bowser and Bowser Jr., banger. Let's see. Bowser's Inside Story, alright. Standard battle theme for Mario and Luigi, banger. Bowser battle theme, banger. Boss fight theme, oh my goodness, incredible banger. Like, incredible banger. Giant battle theme, banger. Let's see, what else is there? Like, you could argue Dark Star in the remake, banger. In the final grand finale, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yoko, what were you doing? How did you cook this? What did they give you in the studio? This is insane. You shouldn't be able to do this. Your swag too tough. Your composition's too great. They'll kill you for this. On the DS? With sound fonts? The minigame theme from Bowser's Inside Story. Hello? That shaped every single battle theme for Angels and Demons. Dream Team, standard battle theme. Awesome. Dreamy battle theme. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It affected me so freaking incredibly. Like, that song has literally changed my life. The battle, like the boss fight theme. This one you're listening to right now. Never Let Up. Like, hold on. Like, what is this? Freaking Adventure's End. Banger. The minigame theme from Dream Team. Banger. Paper Jams. Like, 2 different regular battle themes. The remake of Superstar Saga's battle theme that you hear, like, once. And then just the regular battle theme. Bangers. The boss fight theme. Banger. The final boss. Banger. And then you get into, like, Brothership, and it's like, okay, yeah, like, Reclusa's last 2 are really good. The battle theme's really good. The boss fight's really good. The mini-boss is really good. I don't remember the minigame theme. Ship-Shape Island's really good. But, like, if you asked me right now to recall Reclusa's last 2 themes, I couldn't. Like, I remember most of the battle theme. It does that, like, bum 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 ba da ba, like, in the start. I know that. Like, hold on. Let's play them real quick. I have them in my loopable playlist. I'm, like, so sidetracked from working on cutscenes. I'm just talking about Mario and Luigi. Good job, chat. Okay, battle theme. Like, this is good. This is good. I like this. Right? And then the boss fight theme. This one is actually really good. This might be one of the best in the OST. Right? And then the mid-boss. This one's a little bit weaker, but I still like it. Oh, Lot of Coins is good. Lot of Coins Island and the building. Even though you, like, barely hear this song ever. I forgot this song existed until, like, I was going through Smash Custom Music getting these B-Waves. Because the one you hear, like, the majority of the time while you're on Lot of Coins is this one. And this one just, like, this one's another one of those that because I've had to listen to it on repeat, it gives my brain an itch instead of scratching an itch, you know? And then, of course, Ship Shape. This one kind of makes me sad a little bit because it's, like, one of those that it grows on you as you go through. Like, so, like, every single time you finish a new island and you go back to Ship Shape and it's like, okay, you have that familiar tune. You know, I want to do something. I want Angels and Demons to feel like that with the Chapel Town themes, for the record. But anyways, back to your regularly scheduled Mario and Luigi music. Bim Factory, crazy banger. Love this one. But in the final is something else. So many years have passed, and yet I still hear it everywhere and hail it as one of the best songs ever. I mean, yeah, it's literally, like, up there with, like, one of the greatest video game tracks ever composed, I think. I'm actually gonna have to, let's take this, put these down here. We're gonna set, how does this look here? 564, 372. 564, 372. We don't need this yet. This needs to come right back in here. But yeah, like, I do think Brothership's OST is weaker overall, like, just in how many heavy hitters there are across it, but, like, the worst track in the game is, like, average, right? It's like a 5. But there are a few, like, from the other Mario and Luigi games that are just, like, you know, not that great, I guess. Not to discredit, like, Yoko or the composer of Brotherships, whose name I can't remember. But, you know. Found myself listening to Thwomp Caverns a ton recently. It's actually such a good track from that. Hold on, I got you. We'll Thwomp Caverns it up a little bit more. I love this track so much. This track is actually the inspiration for Deep, Dusty, Dusty Cathedral in Angels and Demons. Fun fact. So, there's a reason why some of these things are the way they are. Yo, Sucks Ogre, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. So we got that. So this is going to make them move out of the cart to the right and then fall. Because we're setting their vertical speed high here, like in the initialization. And then they're going to move to the right and start falling. Currently, I am working on cutscenes for my indie game. Yep. It is Angels and Demons. It is a platformer RPG rhythm game. This scene, how long does this one need to last? Probably like 2 seconds, maybe 1.5. Another fellow game dev. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. I don't really know where I need to put them X and Y coordinate wise here, honestly. Am I solo or in a team? I am solo. Strictly a solo dev. Doing everything from scratch, pretty much. We'll just actually put him like off screen. Put him off screen a little bit, I guess. Speed is 0, reset these things. We don't need to do anything for X. There we go. We'll set there, set that there. We will also need to make the horse. Just move the X over. I'm using Game Maker. I've been a Game Maker person since like probably like 2015 maybe. I'm not sure. Like it's been quite a while since I started messing around with Game Maker. Back before it was just Game Maker and it was like Game Maker Studio 1.4 and then Game Maker Studio 2, but you know, now it's just Game Maker and I'm kind of glad it's just Game Maker because it's kind of a headache to keep it up. Like keep up with the names and the versioning scheme, but yes, emergency broadcast. More bonus tracks, I suppose. There's a lot of unreleased Angels and Demons tracks in the stream playlist. Thank you. I actually try to theme it around around how the things look in my game. The whole stream overlay is kind of themed around Angels and Demons itself. So, and I have like a few different emotions that I can just switch between for doing things. Like I can point at you and tell you to smash that subscribe button or that follow button over on Twitch if you haven't already. But yeah, I do all the animations for it. I don't really claim to be a VTuber, but I technically am. I prefer the term like ToonTuber. Can I show how the game looks like? Yeah, I can. Let me actually launch the game real quick. I haven't launched it in a minute. So, I'll launch it real quick and do a little bit of a walkthrough. I need a small break from writing code anyways. Well, I would say I'd go into this cutscene I'm working on and like test it out, but it's almost guaranteed to freak out and crash right now, I think, because I don't have everything set up properly with it. But I do have a public demo. Yeah, I'll pause stream music once the game launches. I do have a public demo, though it doesn't look like what you'll see here because I've been through the process of reworking a lot of things. Yeah, there's a widescreen view in the description if you want to check that out. No, it shouldn't crash now. But this is Angels and Demons. Here's the title screen. I got a big animation and song that syncs up with it here. It's a platformer RPG rhythm game. It is being developed solely by myself. So that means I'm doing the graphics, I'm doing the programming, I'm doing the sound effects, the story, the music, everything. So, I'll do a quick run through of the prologue here, I guess. Let's just go in here and start things out. So, story starts, you're just like your average Joe kind of guy, even though he's probably not really average at all. Not really an average Joe. He doesn't look it. But, I guess I'll go into voice actor mode again.
Thanks for sticking around to help tidy the place up. I really appreciate it. My old age gives me quite a bit of difficulty getting everything back in order nowadays.
It's no problem. If you ever need help with anything, don't hesitate to ask. I'd be more than happy to lend a hand.
That's great to hear, Sonny. You'd better get going now. You've got a bit of distance to walk before you make it back home, don't you?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'll get going then. See you around. Eldernoid. Hey, respect your elders. Oldnoid. Unknoid, even. So, like I said, platformer, so most of your overworld locomotion is going to be like this. The majority of it, you can do a few different things. Ledge grab, crawl, slide, run, whatever. But we're just on our way home from church, essentially, right now. It's getting kind of late, as you can see by the clouds that don't exactly match up with the time of day yet. Again, work in progress. But anyhow, as we continue on... Oh, what's that noise? Must have been the wind. Huh. Must have been my imagination. The creature. So, not ideal. Not ideal things happening. A lot of things happening, actually. Lots of things going on here that our protagonist doesn't really know what they are. So we get knocked off, we get chased by a creature, knocked off a cliff by a mysterious thing, and now... Ugh. Are you well? Had quite the fall. Huh? A woman? Would you care to explain what happened? Well, I was walking home as usual. Then there was this weird thing that tried to attack me. I started running away, then boom, something fell from the sky and knocked me off the cliff. Wait, who are you? What are you doing in a place like this, anyways? Oh, my apologies. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Yui, your guardian angel. We guardian angels are sent to tend to the living in very dire situations. That being said, it does not appear that you will be able to make it out of this cave on your own. I will lend you my aid, and once you are safe, I will depart from you. So, how exactly are we going to get out of here? Excellent question. You can make use of my angelic abilities. Move onwards, and we shall work together to traverse this cave system. So, we get Yui, our first party member. She's our guardian angel, and she's really cool, because she lets us make use of the dash, which is basically just something you can do to, like, move along, like, basically double jump in the air. So, in the first 5 seconds to 8 seconds, I was like, this is average, and now it's amazing. I will be in your wait list. Hey, that's awesome. If you want to, you can wishlist the game on Steam. That's very beneficial to me. And, you know, that doesn't even get into, like, the main battle system of the game. If you think just the platforming stuff is good, then, you know, maybe I can even solidify that more with the battles, but I kind of skipped over it just there. There's floors that sync with the music. A lot of things sync up with the music in the game. Where's the public demo? Hold on, I got you. You can find the most recent demo here. And like I said, demo 4, my previous demo, it looks a lot different from the game now. There's a lot of things that are being changed about it, so just be wary of that. Like, demo 4 is not reflective of the final game. There's been a ton of changes, and demo 5, which is this one, will be... Oh, did that not send it in... That didn't send it in YouTube chat, did it? Hold up. Let me drop it over there. There we go. There we go. I forget my streamer.bot is like kind of screwed up right now. But yeah, like a lot of this is a work in progress right now. I've been going through redoing a bunch of things with the art style, with the story, with the music, basically to set the game up for how it's going to be in the final release. The idea is that demo 5 will be the last demo I make, and then I'll just move full force into finishing out the game, essentially. So, we're about to get into our first battle here, first turn-based battle. We have some interesting guys here, some people who are probably not that good, probably evil. So they're summoning demons, and they sick an underling on us, and we're going to go into our first turn-based battle. So we'll skip Yui's tutorial, and I'll talk about it properly. There's a few different things here. Up at the top of the screen, you have a turn queue that shows like the order of attacks and the amount of attacks you get per turn. So like our protagonist here, he has 1 attack, Yui has 1 attack, and this underling has 1 attack. Journoid. Hey, it's called green humor, buddy. Yeah, the light casting off of it is very green. They're the redacted joke because spoiler, a little bit. But in the turn-based battles, there's some things that sync up with the music, like animations and whatnot, and attacks as well. So like we can jump, melee, speed, or dash. Jump and melee are currently synced to the music, so when I actually go to use one, you'll hear a metronome come in. And you have to press the button, like you have to press the jump button as, like on the beat when you land on the enemy. And it'll always be synced to the music. On top of like being able to throw in an extra little smooth move. But the turn-based stuff there, like just attacking is not really the meat and potatoes of the battle system. What it really is the attack styles. So every enemy attack will use an attack style, and there's a lot of them, but for this tutorial fight, we get the first 3 that make up the majority of them. So the first one here is defend, your typical like Mario and Luigi type thing. You can jump or you can counterattack. So, you know, that's all we got to do, just jump on them as we go through. But our villains here are going to summon in another demon here, and we're going to work on it. Is that metronome going to be in the final game? Cough demo 5. Yeah. Metronome, it will be like tweakable volume style, you know? So, it's not going to be obnoxious. You'd be able to disable it if you want to, but it's really there just to help people that can't follow the rhythm as easy. I know a few people like that, so... Genuinely love when enemies unintentionally give you the tutorial. Yeah, I like to do that. Beforehand, Yui did it, but we'll go into the next attack style here, dodge. You can move up, left, right, or stay in the center, and you just have to avoid things. You don't get the option really to counter, but some enemies might hurt themselves, like that. Saw your itch page and I will check it out in the morning because it's currently 3 a.m. here. Oh, goodness. Well, it's 4:30 p.m. for me, so you must be on, like, quite literally the opposite side of the planet from me, so that's pretty cool. So, the last attack style that we can go into here in this tutorial is the freestyle one, and this one is cool because it takes you into a little arena and you get to make use of all of your platformer slash overworld abilities to do essentially whatever you want and try and counterattack. So, like, we get full control over our character here, but the enemy's here too, so we can just do things to them as well. So, yeah, there's quite a bit that goes into it. And that's just the first 3 attack styles. I have, like, between 12 to 14, I think right now I have 14 in the game, so small smear frame bug. Yeah, there's bugs. There's bugs, I know. They will be fixed before launch, but yeah, that's like the important things there. I would show off the rhythm game too, but it's currently in the middle of a rework and is kind of busted right now, so I can't do that without hopping over to demo 4. So that's essentially the prologue. We have to figure out like what these guys are doing summoning demons, because now we're on the top spot of their hit list, which means that our guardian angel isn't actually going to depart from us because we're always in danger now. So we got to figure out what they're doing, try and put a stop to them, and go from there, and we're going to get wrapped up into a crazy adventure on the way through. And that is essentially the prologue of Angels and Demons. I hope that sells the game really well. Like in a positive light, despite the few bugs that have been encountered on this stream so far. But and yeah, the metronome, like, being a thing that exists, like, it needed to be able to come in at any given time, so I can just kind of metronome gain. Like, I can tell it how loud I want it to be, so it can be kind of quiet like it is now. It was night when MC fell off. Was he knocked out all night? Yes, he was. So, and that's actually a funny plot hole that happens in Demo 4, because if you go through with Hector and Autumn, you actually cross through the area that MC would be in, and he's just not there because it slipped my mind. I forgot. Have I released any other game yet, like, commercially? I have not released any other games, actually. Fun fact. I have made some smaller games. I actually did a recreation of an old browser game on commission for one of my friends. And then I've just kind of, like, messed around with, like, other smaller projects, but I haven't released anything else commercially. You could argue that I've released 4 games with it being 4 different demos to date, so. Mr. 5 viewers, yes sir, yes sir. Everyone on Twitch. We got 6 on Twitch, we got 3 on YouTube. Very cool, very cool. Welcome in, everyone. And if you're not already, smash that follow button, or if you're on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. Yeah, you. Right there on the other side of that screen. You should do that. It would make me really happy. Thank you. But, no, I've not released any other commercial games. I thought about it a little bit, like maybe making a side project to put out, like maybe a little puzzle game or something, but I think about it and I'm like, no, I think I would want to prioritize the big game, Angels and Demons. Prioritize that instead of, like, side questing. But I do have some ideas for, like, smaller things that I would maybe want to do, but I don't know. But if I resmash those buttons, it'll unsub/unfollow. Yeah, if you right there on the other side of that screen are already subscribed or following, don't smash that button, please. I'm begging you, please don't do it. But, like, as a more experienced person, like, you've got 10 years in game dev and I got 2 years. Is it money making, passion, or I have to starve? Like, for me, I mean, technically it's like, it's always been a hobby for me technically, but, like, I'm trying to make it the career. The idea is I will, the idea is I'm going to continue to, like, do content and everything and eventually launch a Patreon. and hope that that goes well. I was actually talking about Patreon earlier on stream, as a matter of fact. But, right now it's technically hobby, despite me putting a metric ton of effort into it. So... yeah, just passion, I guess, is where it's at right now. Angels and Demons themed puzzle game would go hard. So there might be some puzzle mini games in Angels and Demons. So I don't know for certain how that would go, but I mean, I already have some things planned in that have been very loosely teased in the Discord server that you know, no one knows what they are yet. No one knows what they are yet. There's been a few things that have come across on stream that's just like, oh wow, that's a crazy spoiler, and no one's caught on yet. So it's kind of awesome, kind of sort of. But let's see here. We're gonna set our camera to be about here, so 560, 340. 560, 340. 560, 340. 560, 340. And camera set target to ourself. And we'll set the position there. When we go into this scene here, we need to camera set size. We'll super zoom this sucker in. 240, 135. And then when we get knocked out of everything, which is here, camera set size 480 to 70. There we go. There we go. There we go. And now this should cover the camera stuff. I don't actually think I need any of this room start code for the horse cart. What do I think about 3D games and 3D game dev? I think that I have a lot more respect for people who do 3D stuff sometimes, because I know that stuff is difficult. Like, there's so much extra work that goes into 3D at first, like setting everything up. Like animations and whatnot, animations, texture work, like that stuff, like even with what I'm doing is just like crazy. And I don't even do anything 3D, like all mine is just like I fake 3D perspective here and there. I guess it just depends on where your skills lie, but I think 3D is cool. Like, I don't have anything against it, but it's not my thing right now. I prefer 2D. You know, I prefer doing work on 2D things as opposed to 3D. I don't know Blender. Don't know I don't know Blender. I don't really know how to do like proper texture work in that regard. I'm learning a little bit, but it's not my area of expertise. So I'm a 3D dev, so I know it's hard. Yeah. I mean, I props to people who do stick with 3D, because I know that's like a lot. But I mean, like I said, I don't really have like a I'd say it really just depends like on the person, I guess, like which is going to be your go-to thing, right? For me, I much prefer 2D, like doing 2D. So at least right now. I mean, that could change in the future. I might decide in the future I want to do something that is that is 3D, and then I found out, wow, this is actually like much better than 2D. Why did I ever not want to do this? But Got a 3D artist, so I don't have to know Blender, texturing, animation. So I'm in peace. And the thing that in 3D, we get more things to work with, like cool shaders. I mean, I can do shaders in 2D stuff as well. Like, I can do shaders in Game Maker. I've actually written a few custom shaders myself that, you know, play into, like... I need to double the size of this. Actually, don't I? Yep. I'm doing texture work right now. Like, I figured, like, I'm only going to need to click into this window for a few seconds, but, you know. I guess that's not true, because I've had to click into this window a few times. Whoops. Yeah, I gotcha. I'm fixing up this, like, wood texture here right now because I need it to look a little bit better than it does. Means it is now doubled in size for something that's only going to be on screen for a few seconds, but... There we go. That's a little bit better. Even though it's going to be tiling, like, this is probably going to be, like, almost the whole thing, but... Whatever. Since we 9 sliced it up, we can just do... First card texture here, and we need to go from about, we need to draw it at 450 296, maybe 450 280. Am I using Linux? No, I'm not using Linux actually. I'm on Windows, which is, you know, unfortunate, I guess. Unfortunate with an asterisk. Because, I mean, it works. But there's a few things on... There's a few things that I use that just don't have native Linux ports or don't run well on Linux, like FL Studio or, well, I mean, I was using Magix Vegas for video editing, but, I don't need to do that anymore, so, because I learned DaVinci Resolve. Use Bazite Linux and Windows 11 on dual boot. I have thought about dual booting, but, like, for me, that'd just be, like, mad annoying because of how I bounce between applications. So, but I've been pondering eventually switching to Linux if I could get my whole workflow properly working over there. So, that means, I would need to, let's see. I need FL Studio and all of my plugins to work. I would need all of my microphone plugins to work, which I use through a program called Lighthost, and I think that's doable, but whether or not they actually have Linux versions is another thing, and I don't really want to try and run some of these plugins through, like, Wine or another emulator. I do occasionally play certain games with anti-cheat that don't have Linux support yet, like Fortnite. Though that's usually only with my buddies. That I wouldn't really mind a dual boot for, I guess. Like if I'm dual booting solely to play a game or something, but... You know. There's just a few things that I don't have a proper, like, workflow equivalent yet. Unfortunately. So, there's one more thing I want to add into this, but I need to do it after... Actually, you know, I can do something interesting here. We can do this. We can set player alpha 0. I'm gonna, like, redraw the characters in this scene. Antasma theme? Yeah, banger. I forgot about Antasma's battle theme when I was going through that whole thing earlier. I do use Bazot for gaming because it's like a clone of SteamOS and gives extra FPS. Yeah, I thought about one of like I've thought about a few different ones that I could swap to. I've thought about CachyOS and I've looked at Omarchi as well as, you know, of course, Linux Mint and stuff like that. But I was kind of leaning more towards an Arch-based distro anyways, because I know that you can get some more performance gains out of it. And, you know, I paid for the whole computer. I want to use the whole computer. So that's how I'm feeling about it a little bit. But again, I would need my whole workflow to work properly on Linux before I could truly commit to swapping. And no, I didn't count Antasma earlier. I actually forgot about Antasma. I could probably close out the language file tab here too, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't need it anymore. Let's do that. We're gonna redraw the characters here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to watermark on the YouTube stream has demo for UE and MC. Yeah, I need to actually go through and update my assets because it all still uses demo 4 stuff. I kind of thought about doing that closer to like launch of demo 5 when I have to go redo all the Steam assets. But I mean, I should probably do that sooner rather than later. So what I'm doing right now is I want to create this effect of like the windows, like light going through the windows onto their face while they're inside the cart. So I'm doing something a little fancy here, maybe. Also need to find this. I am close to the Twitch goal, actually. We just came off of a raid train Saturday, which was really, really cool. Had a lot of people in there. I actually averaged 21 viewers for that stream, which is like an all-time high. Getting fancy on us, yes. Where do we... Okay. Do that there. Actually, we don't need to re-show that now that I'm thinking about it. So, we'll go here and we'll make the surface and then we'll just, if surface exists, we always check this. It doesn't matter. Game Maker is silly sometimes. Always check it. Let's say 40 pixels and 8 pixels, and I want this to be about 30 pixels wide and 40 pixels tall with 0 rotation, and you're gonna be like this, I think. Wow, I just can we just talk about how I just nailed orange and RGB just like that? Like just typing that like standard. Like I nailed that. Go with that. Oh wow, I wonder. 340, we'll draw those. Surface, reset target, draw, surface, sun surf, at. I'm gonna have to like wing this for now. We'll say, how wide did I make this surface? 480 pixels? Ooh, okay, hold up. Doesn't need to be that big. We'll do, well, yeah, hold on. To resize this a little bit. Maybe like that. And then we'll say draw this at 500. No, 480. We'll draw it at 480. Uh-oh. That's rhythm game code. 480 and what? 480 and 320? Yeah, 480, 320. 480, 320. Who in the Angels and Demons universe named that beach Egotria Beach and didn't expect the sin of pride to take it over? That's, you know, that's a good question. It's a really good question. And honestly, I don't have a good answer for it yet. I'm gonna have to like double check. Where do I use this blur shader at? Yeah, okay. This is what I need to do. I need to grab the transform stuff. Suxo Grep. Griop. I think I'm butchering that. I'm guessing you just hopped over from YouTube. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. Welcome in. What are we going to set this blur to? It just needs to be a light blur, I think. Let's go with, okay, it needs to be 240, 80. And we'll just make it like a very subtle, like 3. Easy blur. That should draw it now, I think. Heck yeah. My focus right now is actually kind of Twitch as opposed to YouTube. I am attempting to hit affiliate. And the goal for affiliate right now is actually just averaging 3 concurrent viewers for multiple different streams. And so far, I think that's going good because we've been hovering around 3 for the majority of this stream. So, Twitch viewers, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the content. I think this is all we need to do here. Science Yoshi, you're not following on Twitch? What? Oh my goodness. Twitch.tv/Journoid, drop a follow. All right. Now I think this is all we need for that. And then when we get knocked out of the cart here, which is this one. We also just need to make ourselves visible again. Yeah, Science Yoshi, thank you for the follow. Heck yeah. And we'd almost be there. We are literally 2 follows away from the 100 goal. Only two is kind of crazy, because I set that goal thinking it was going to take, like, months. And it has only taken, like, a week, and we're just, like, almost there. Literally almost to that goal, which is kind of crazy. So, but yeah, hitting Twitch affiliate is, like, one of the current content goals. So... We hired a Yoshi who's a scientist to research into following Journoid. Here's how it went. This is the part where I wish I had my Discord soundboard active, because one of the servers I have with my friends, we have a Yoshi, like, blim sound in there. I would be hitting it right now. Okay, so I think that this might be good now? I actually don't know. I don't expect this to just work out of the box, but we will test it here, I guess. We'll see how it goes. Oh, wait. Nope, I am forgetting one thing. We need to actually activate our players. We need to do this and make sure they're active. So that way they're actually used in here. Because cutscenes will actually disable characters now, which is kind of good. They probably need to do that. What kind of games do I normally play? Like Hollow Knight, Valo, PUBG, Dark Souls. So I actually anymore I don't really play games on my own that much. Like, but when I am playing games solo, I usually am either on Osu, the rhythm game, or I'm playing Tetris. But if I'm playing with my buddies, it's sometimes Fortnite, sometimes Overwatch. Stuff like that. Like, I don't typically play them solo. It's really just like it's like a social thing almost. Team Fortress 2 on occasion as well. Let's see. Among Us. I need to stream one of our Among Us sessions one of these times. I think some people would get a kick out of that. But, like, I used to be a pretty big gamer. Like, well, actually, let me rephrase. There is other things, like Nintendo stuff. I'm a big Mario fan. Like, I'll be on any new Mario game when it drops, essentially. Like, I'm anticipating a 3D Mario getting announced, hopefully soon. Probably, like, I played through DK Bonanza, when it dropped day 1, and I've seen sunlight maybe twice that day. Went through, like, 16 hours straight, almost, going through the main story of that game. Really good. I'll get Science to research you now. Science Yoshin is actually one of my OCs. Science Yoshi is just my old username. Oh, and you just updated it to Squid Vixen. Awesome. Awesome. Nice deck of social games. Yeah. Like, it's true. It's true. I do have, like, I do just play some social games. However, I will say that I have not played, have not played Repo, have not played Peak, have not really played Lethal Company. That was bought for me, and then, like, I've maybe played it for an hour and a half tops. So I tend to shy away from in air quotes friend slop games. Do you know about Tears of the Kingdom? Yes. I love Tears of the Kingdom. Really good game. Did play through it as well. The horse is here. Oh yeah, I forgot about this scene maybe being LOL. I don't think it's LOL. Okay, so I'll skip through this because I haven't messed with that one yet. We need to get into the haunts scene. Okay, so yeah, he's like low-key broken. As expected. Oh, and it just crashes. Awesome. Because I don't have some things set. Okay. I forgot to make the sprites for them sitting inside the horse cart. That's what I'm missing.
Horse!
Sucks that you can't change your YouTube at. Yeah, it makes me glad that, like, mine is what it is and not, like, one of my really old usernames or something. Trying to replicate the look of Tears of the Kingdom for your Souls-like. I see, I see. Tears of the Kingdom has a really, really good art style. Now I need to bring these in here. I need to make these sprites. Let me think here. Actually having to make sprites. Oh, I have to open a sprite for once in my life again. Ain't no way. We might have to pivot over to character sprites at least. Let me get them open here first. Rework, main character. And I need Yui. Yui holding a brochure is about to go crazy. The protest duplicators. This is true. Okay, let me pivot the scene over here, I guess. We'll do some sprite work, I suppose. I need to do these anyways. They'll be used eventually. So here's a sprite. Whoa. Okay. Now I probably, yeah, I can actually cheat this animation too because, like, I already have some frames that look vaguely like sitting animations, so we'll just get right into it, I guess. 857, and we'll make this sit. And we'll take this frame, I suppose. It's a good frame. Yeah, we're on art mode now, but it still counts as game development. You're gonna have to trust me on that one. If Twitch ever tries to complain about it, it's still art. Or it's still game development. It's still game development. It's still game development. All right? Because the focus of the stream is game development, not art. Okay? We're not updating the category. I feel like that's a totally different audience there, but let's see. I think his head actually has moved down. I'm just gonna delete the outline because we're not gonna be utilizing it yet. Let's see, face details, hair, and face go up. Oh, maybe not. Maybe face stays down. Maybe hair stays down too. Am I LOL? Face details. Okay. How do I make my outlines? It's actually kind of crazy. Initially, I would just draw them out by hand, and then after I'd done that for all 5 protagonists, pretty much in the rework, I found out this crazy method, so check this out. Flatten your image, and then grab your sprite, and put it in a new file. This is the easiest for me to do, right? Make 2 duplicates, alright? And I'm gonna undo this before I forget. And I need an outline color. So I have this color for my outlines, right? We're gonna take both layers, make them solid black. All right. Then on the bottom layer, outline, just use the built-in outline tool and do like a thick, like, outline like this shape, right? And set this one to 170 out of 255 for the alpha value. Then go to the one above it and set it to this circle type in the same way. Hit OK, flatten, and then just replace all solid black. And now you have your outline, and boom. Except I like changed it after the fact, so it's kind of troll. But I think I can just make a micro adjustment to it. Whoops. Yeah. Does it look good? I like to flicker the outline to make sure that it's not overlapping anywhere. Yeah, that's good. It's an interesting trick. It's cheap anti-aliasing. I wish I just had like a plugin that does it for me and I don't have to go through all that. But I want it to work the way I want it to look, so. No clue how to access that menu. Shift and O for outlines. Shift O is outline. And then you can do Shift R for replace color. So big tips there. Shift O for outline, Shift R for replace color. But they're also, you can also find them in the edit tab. Replace colors here, and then I forget where outline is, actually. Do they call it stroke? No, they don't call it stroke. What do they, where is outline? Frame. It's somewhere in here, I thought. Maybe I'm missing it. Oh, under FX. It's under FX. So replace color here, and under FX you can find outline, as well as convolution matrix, despeckle, and like any other kind of plugins. Like I do have this anti-aliasing thing, but it doesn't exactly work the way I want it to, so I don't typically use it. That's a cool trick. Wish I had Aseprite to do all that instead of doing it by hand. Hey, if you have a computer and you want to pay with your time instead, Aseprite is in fact open source. You can just compile it from source and not have to worry about it. Something ain't right with how he looks in this. Like, is his head shorter? Oh, his hair's down. His hair's down an extra pixel. That's what it is. I think. You know what? Hold on. I'm just going to copy this over here. We're starting from scratch. Okay, maybe not total scratch. Hold on. Go from the outline. But yeah, I actually, for a little bit, I compiled Aseprite from source because I, at the time, did not have the extra money to buy it. But then it went on sale, and I was like, you know, I actually, you know, I need to support this program. I've been using it for so long, right? But like compiling it from source, you know, is a great way to actually just use it. Where's the subscribe button? I am not affiliated on Twitch yet, so I don't have subs at the moment. Though I appreciate the effort at the support. Unfortunately, I don't have them yet, but that is the goal, is to hit there. If we have stayed at like a decent average for this stream, which I believe we have, then that means that if I just need one more stream averaging 3 viewers to potentially be able to get Twitch subscriptions added in, so that might be pretty cool going forward. But I've not hit affiliate yet. That is the goal. I have some like big content goals this year, and being affiliate on Twitch is one of them. Getting monetized on YouTube's another. But I have not gotten to that position yet, so we're playing Build an MC right now. Heck. And just like that, he's sat. Just like that. Okay, so now we'll flatten. We'll do that same trick. I'll do over here. My outline color, which I probably could have typed in. What's my freaking... I thought it would... Wait, I'm forgetting my keybinds. Control U. I'm mixing them up with, with Paint.net. On Paint.net, to access, like, the color menu like that, it's like Control Shift and U, but Aseprite, it's Shift U, and I'm just like, okay, sure. So here's our outline for sit. This is good. We'll do sit like this. Actually, you know, I don't think he's going to be sitting like this. I think we need to just raise his eyebrows. It's kind of neutral. And need to grab this color right here. Make him chat. There we go. There's that. Then this. Let's make him look to the side now. Hat, yes. True. Bonk. Ooh, wrong color. Hold up. Hold up. Get Wi-Fi anywhere you go. There's chatting. Got 2 chattings. We'll need. I know I'll need one more in the future, probably, and that's gonna need to be a riff off of this one, where it is like this. Wait, these details. That. Just like that. Simple animation. Animation. So, need this for them sitting in the cart, facing forward. I'll need another one for Yui as well. I'll need to do some for her. And I will also need her to be holding a brochure, maybe, because I think that'd be funny. I do think it'd be quite humorous. So let me find some Yui things here. She has a look up animation that I think does about the same thing there, where she's kind of crouched down. Find that. Upspeak. Nah, not that one. Surely it's not this far through here. Did I just miss it? I think I did. I think I did miss it. Stand. Walk, run, jump. Gazes. I wish you could search through tags. I don't know if there's a way to do that in Ace of Pride. I don't think there. Oh, idle lookup. The closest thing we got. Okay. Well, add in another frame. And we'll say sit. We're at like 376 or something. Close. 368. I'll just modify this one. Hat 2. Hat 2. Yeah. Source engine, like Z clipping sound effect. What I'll actually do is I'll just like cut this off on the outline, and we will move Yui's legs to more look like she's sitting, I guess. And I might just move everything down a pixel. Where's her? It's arms front. Yeah. Front, let's make her not so arms. Not so arms. And flip it. I actually think I want to bring her arms in just a little bit. Needs to relax a little bit. Dang, girl, come on. You need to chill. Kind of like she's sitting. Okay. Should be able to just mirror this over. We'll just manually do it this time. I still have that ability. As much as I've done it, I would hope I do. There we go. And then we'll adjust her face here. Let's make her looking forward. Looking forward and chatting. Then looking to the side and chatting. And then, I'll have to do the brochure one. Update chat. I've ran out of Dr. Pepper in my can. It might be so over. Okay. There's sit, and then I'll take this one. Take these. Goes there. A16. And then this one. No, I'm gonna starve. This is true. Drink of the day, for those who missed, was blackberry Dr. Pepper this time. Oh, she's faceless. Why is she faceless? Don't do that. And why does she have, like, stuff going on? That's not right. Okay, let's make a brochure. This might be too dark for color for a brochure. Yeah. Not vibing with it. Let's increase that just a wee bit. Maybe actually saturate and hue shift it. Let's make it a little bit like tan to fit into the color scheme here. Nice OSC. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I've been putting a lot of work into the soundtrack recently. There's our brochure. Let's add some like little things to it maybe. Let's give it a barcode. Funny addition. Oh no, chat, wait, you know what we could do here, right? We could give it a barcode. Are we seeing the vision here already? No, I don't know if I can do it like that. I don't know if laws.jpg gets put in like that. I don't think I have enough texture space for it, but it would be really funny. I'd have to make the barcode go across 2 pages or something. There's like a minimum amount of pixels that I need for it, and it's like something like this. Yeah, it's like a... How big is this? I need like an 8x5 canvas. An 8x5 canvas to lost.jpg. Something. So it would be really funny to put one in like that, but I don't know if I could do that. Okay, so we got our brochure. Our brochure talk. We just need to access part of it, and we're going to outline it. Boom. Yui with the brochure. Ta-da! She's all brochured up. Wait a second. Her eyes. There we go. Yippee! You could put loss in the shading on the brochure across both pages. This is true. Could do that, like make it look a little wrinkled, but honestly, I kind of like how it looks right now. It vaguely resembles the sprite of the map of the 1,000-Year Door from Paper Mario. I kind of like that. I think it's cool. Kind of want to leave it as is now. And I might need like one more frame for this where she's looking up, but like, I don't know. I think I kind of like where it is now. I think I'm liking the vibe we've got. So, we'll run with this. Is this like the right, you know, where the transparency of these pixels goes like on the background, like it trips me out sometimes. I'm thinking like they're different colors, like right here. It bugs me. Okay, so export these. Do a sheet export. Export these. And do a sheet export. I actually wrote like a custom script to do a sheet export like that. It exports every single tag as a sprite sheet. So I can just like drop the whole thing into Game Maker if it's like something like this. You know? Had to lurk and lock in for a day job, but we're spriting. Kind of, yeah. I think we actually might have just finished spriting is the funny thing. Unfortunately for you, Chiptroid. We had to make some sitting sprites for the cutscene. So we got 6 frames here for main character, and we got 6 frames for Yui as well. And she's holding a brochure in one of them. So, but, I think this is all the spriting I need. Let me... Looks like you got a VOD to watch. Yeah. VOD watchers rejoice. But yeah, we had to make just a few frames, and that's what we're about to drop in here to Game Maker now. Let me actually not forget to hide a sprite. Skull emoji. Okay. I also didn't do this, which I needed to do. Just set the background scroll speed stuff when we first start the scene. I know that. We want it to move probably about a 2 speed, I think. Where are those at? Sit front facing. Okay, so we will add a thing in here. There we go. Boom. Gotta go sleep. Well, hey, thanks for hopping in. I hope you enjoyed the stream and have an excellent rest. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I try to stream. I'm trying to stay consistent with it. I'm typically live between 2:30 and 5 o'clock Eastern time. If you want stream ping notifications, there is a Discord server, and I notify every time I go live in there if that's something you'd be interested in. Otherwise, you can just use Twitch's or YouTube's system for it as well. Probably works, but I mean, there is the delay with it sometimes, so. You want to be first in here, first coming in, then you gotta be in the Discord for those stream pings. Let's see here. Setting that there. Go ahead and set image speed to 1 in these blocks, even though we don't need to do it exactly there, but does Yui not? Oh, Yui doesn't have a confused, does she? Hold on. He needs this one. Yep, those are the ones I want. Okay. Wrong freaking thing. Oh my gosh. And we'll double check here. Image speed is 1. And do the same for Yui since she's going to be yapping. We'll add like a little gap in here. And all this is going to do is just make Yui close her mouth. Or be shocked or something along those lines. So now we need to add sit front facing and sit brochure for sure. Brochure for sure. Hey, hello. What's up, Banquito? Cutscenes. Oh, I already have sit. LOL. Wait. That's not the right one. Is that not right? Oh no. I might be done if true. Banquito. Okay, I got you. I see. I'll have to try and remember that. It's also a right answer. Okay. Okay. Well, that's old Yui. Or she's locked in. I'll dupe this one. Oh, wait, it's Yui Idol. That's LOL. Old Yui spotted, true. It's not like totally retro Yui either, but... I really just need a base, so... Duplicate, and we'll say... Sit. Give me Yui sprites. Demo for Yui is such a jump scare when she appears. Mildly retro Yui. Yeah? I'd say so. Mildly retro. And boom, there we go. Have all of them in here, front facing, side facing, brochure. Oh, I need to set their like speed too. It needs to be like 4, not 6. Here's my inspector. Or I need to do the same for player here. Frames per second, 4. Okay. And now we just need to add them as keys in here, so... I like how I'll interchange, like, speak and talk for these sprites all the time. Sit, speak saw, speak front facing. That's all of main characters. And then, what did I name that thing? Brochure. There's really probably only gonna have to be one of these, but whatever. We'll just copy it like this. Now I'm putting Yui's key in here because it's really only ever going to be hers, but if we need it, I'm also going to add it to her. It's down here. If there's ever a specific scenario where main character is going to be sitting with a brochure. So... Okay, what did I name main characters? Hold up. Sit, speak. He doesn't, his regular one is not here. There we go. That's what I was missing. I was like, which one did I not do? But there it is. Okay, so now we have those put in here. I don't think I have the right key. Yeah, that just needs to be sit. There we go. Gotta think with my mind where I want to go next with this. I think I'm gonna double check the horse stuff. We do need to do these things. This might just break everything, but we'll see. Do that. Okay. Horse might be locked in now, finally. Yui, Chewy, Pooey, Truey. Bruh. Not Pooey. Alright. Let's see. All this seems like it should be good now, but... Are we setting the horse's animation? Yeah. Horse animation is proper. And... make sure he's on the right speed. Yep. And Claude. Yeah. I actually really like this new song. The Rune Git track. It's really good. I'm really happy with how it came out. Oh, whoops, I can't go out of full screen. That breaks on on stream.
Ida, the horse is here.
Oh yeah, these guys. I forgot about them. Let's see. Is it working better now? Okay, the wheels aren't moving, and the floor is not moving. I forgot to put the floor code in. Okay. So, important things to note here. Let's see. I think I like... Yeah, there were two horses. I left the object horse in the room. This is an important piece of information right now. So I'll leave this open for a second. There's a few important things we need to do here. First, horse in the room, kill. He's gone. All right. And I know the game is still on the screen there a little bit, but we'll get rid of that shortly. That horse, kill. This scene. First, I don't know where main character and Yui are. Oh, because I didn't set their X coordinates still. Okay. See right here. I tell them to sit, but I don't say where. So yeah, they're doing exactly what I told them to do. Let's line it up with this scene here. We'll say 530, 376. 530, 586. 530, 586. 530, 576. 530, 576, and 386 for the Y. Let's do that. Will this horse be the same horse sprite that we'll be able to pet? Looks a little intimidating of a horse. Yeah, I got a lot of flack for how the old horse looked, honestly. They were like, dude, what is this thing? This is not a horse. So, I mean... Now I need to count how many pixels over. We're actually gonna pixel count this. I'm gonna just drop it into Asaprite and see how many. Let me throw it back up on the screen, I guess. And I'll go ahead and close the game because that's all the info I need from here. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. Actually, can I just not see the selection area? We need to move this over. We're gonna move it over by. It says 41. We're gonna move it by about 48, I think, just to be safe. And from up here, we'll go with. We'll add 48 to both. So. LOL. I can't be bothered to do the math for it. That should work. So we'll set their X. They should draw properly at that point. And I'm going to go and set a macro. Oh, wait. Hold on. You didn't get to see the funny. I still had Asaprite on the screen. The camera's coordinates. I'm just going to add it in Compile Tom. So. There it is. I always forget to change my sources back after enabling them. Whoops. But anyhow, let's see. Let's go ahead. I'm going to set a warp room. We're gonna go to. I think it's Chapel Town 5. Yeah. Cheap problem requires a cheap solution. I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter because the compiler will look at that and be like, okay, well, we don't need to just wait and add this at any other time because it's just a set number. We'll just go ahead and add it. And even if it did, like, it's literal nanoseconds, it won't matter. Since it's a one-time triggered event. Oh, wait, I need to actually, like, debug there, not go through things. Where's Yui? There's Yui. The horse. Oh, I still didn't do the floor or the wheels. Whoops. That's what I forgot. I knew I forgot something. These guys need to hush. We don't want to hear them yapping. Yapaholics. And there's still 2 horses. Okay, wait a second. Oh, because I put the horse back. Okay. Okay. So let's take a look at some things here. I need to make the window glare a little bit taller. And then we're gonna add okay. 64 to main character, 180 to Yui, 120. And then we're gonna move them down still to. We're really faking this scene here, all right? Like this is what it looks like when you zoom the camera out. Little camera trick. Why are there only windows on one side? You know, good question. I mean, I can technically fix that, I think. I can do something cheap to fix it. Actually, I will fix it. Okay, hold on. Let me zoom the camera back in. Let me get this information first. We need to... I'm going to zoom this out again. And go back into the code. So this is going to look a little strange. We're just going to have this sticking up there for a minute, but I can hide a few things to make this more readable. So we're going to move main character over by about 64 pixels, I think. No, maybe not 64. Let's do 32. 32 pixels. We're going to move him down by some too. Trying to eyeball it. I'm going to say 48. We'll do the same for Yui, but she's also going to move. She's going to move 120 pixels over, I think. It might be a little less. We'll save it down. She's also going to get the same height adjustment. Is 48 your default number? It's not necessarily my default, but it tends to work. Most of the stuff in the game is in some kind of divisor of 16 or 8 anyways, just because I like to round typically. But I mean, I'm eyeballing it. I want them to be slightly at the bottom of the screen, basically, just a little bit off of the bottom of the screen. So, you know, I can actually live call, return live result. I can do this too. I can't necessarily do this in the create event, but we'll move this to happen down here when we get knocked out of the cart instead. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do something interesting. We're going to say GPU is GPU get blend mode, not blend enable. Blend mode. Okay. And we're going to GPU set blend mode to BM subtract. And now, you know, I technically don't even think I need to draw this to a surface. But because of the blur, I'm going to draw it to a surface anyways. But anyways, what we are going to do here, we're going to do some, like, fancy schmancy things, alright? We're going to take this color here that's... I'm color picking an Aesoprite right now, so 29, 11, 9. 29, 11, 9. 29, 11, 9. 29, 11, 9. This is the color of the horse cart. All right. We're going to set the blend mode to subtract. All right. And then we are going to draw rectangle. I might actually have to draw all this to a surface. Now that I'm thinking about it, but so I think it's going to subtract everything under this. So, let's make this surface. No, we'll do a different surface. We're gonna have to make some changes here. Let me go ahead and close the game. We need the sun surface, and we need the cart surface. So, if surface exists part surf, then we are going to surface part surf is surface create, and we only need this to be, this will actually make things easier, 240 135. Okay, and then if surface exists part surf, we're going to take all of this extra stuff here, we're going to put it in here. So if our surface exists, this is what we'll do, and then we can just draw the surface at an interesting thing. So cart surf, and we will draw it at cam dot x minus 120 cam dot y minus and I know this is like a decimal, but I'll just put it in here so it's exactly accurate to however it wants to be. We'll do this, draw the surface just like that, and then this will allow for some transparency things. Change like remove one horse on account of too many horse. True. Now we're in subtract blend mode. I'm going to go ahead and reset the blend mode down here to what we just stored in that GPU variable. But we're going to draw a rectangle color. All right. And we're going to say this will be, oh, this actually needs to be down to like 0, 0 now, because now we're working in the space of, we're working in the space of the cart now. So, let's make an offset here. And we'll just use this instead. We'll say to draw it here, and minus x minus y. This should relegate this to the space of the surface for anything that we draw. So, and then for these, we can just make it like a normal thing. So we're gonna draw a rectangle at position. Let's see. We can actually like visualize this a lot easier now in Aseprite. If I go over there. So open up Aseprite. Let's make a 240 135 thing here. Grab this texture, and we're gonna like repeat it a few times here. Okay, so this is what our background is going to look like, essentially, right? Now, we just need to look, okay, so we're going to put a window 48 pixels in, so that's going to end up right here. And we can make it 32 by 48, does that look good? 32 by 48? Why not? Actually, I think I want to do 32 by 64. So we'll do 32, and then how far from the top are we here? We are 22 pixels from the top, so we can do 32, 22, and then we want it to be 32 pixels wide and 64 pixels tall, so 22 plus 64, and we're going to make this solid white. So I'll explain the blend mode stuff real quick. We set the GPU's blend mode to subtract, and it's going to look at colors from here like until we reset, right? So in this block, anything that is white, solid white, it is going to subtract from the surface. So say we're making a texture, and then we just fill this with white. The GPU is going to interpret it as this, and it's going to make this cutout in the wall. That's what we're doing here. So we'll do that, and then we will say for these, we will do 240 minus 32. And actually, this needs to be 64, so 240 minus 32 and 240 minus 64. We'll put our other window, and then, now that we come out of there, we're going to do this. we're going to say this is going to be color, and then let's dupe it a few times and make it an outline. We're going to draw this same rectangle. What's the difference between doing that and actually cutting the piece out as in Asaprite? I don't have to make another texture for one with windows. Right? I can use this smaller horse cart texture that we have that repeats. It's 146 by 50, and just bake the windows into it. It's just going to make the windows in real time, ideally. So, and this should work. This should work. We'll see if it works the way I'm expecting it to. So, I'll actually take these out here because we'll need to use these in more spots than one. We'll draw our sun surface at X and Y. And I know I wanted to move these over. We'll just make this the same size, and we'll say these things, these will be added in. So I'm doing it slightly different here. I'm doing it with a pixel instead of a rectangle for the effect here, but we'll say I want this X to be within screen space. I want it to be at about 112, and then this one can be at about say 16. This one will actually end up cutting off of the screen a little bit. And we want the Y, this is going to be down a little bit more. Let's put this at 72, 96 maybe? 96 might be better. So our Y is going to be... Nah, we'll do 72 and then just make them 64 pixels and 32 pixels wide to match that. Now, we are getting rid of the second horse, for sure. And I think we're good. I just realized I had Asaprite on the screen the whole time again, too. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was doing a bunch of things in here, and you couldn't see it because I had Asaprite on the screen. When I have studio mode on, I can't see anything on it. Like, hold on. I'm going to send a screenshot of what this looks like in the Discord server, all right? So you guys can know just what I'm looking at when I'm seeing this, okay? Like, that's what I'm seeing for my viewports if you guys are in the Discord, but it throws me for a loop so badly. But we got rid of that extra horse. One other thing I'll do is when we go into the final scene where we're getting knocked out and everything, we are going to also instance destroy any shadow colliders, because those are specifically put here in the horse room to have a shadow cast off the horse. Fun fact. And we won't need them if the horse moves away. Now. Oh, the floor. The floor. Let's do this real quick. So we're going to create the effect of the floor looping here. What's the other layer name? BG Tile L. BG Tile L. This should work. I might be doing it backwards, but we will see. The dreaded twin Journoid stream viewports. Yeah, I need to disable it again. I need to make a note in my mind to only use studio mode when I'm swapping things out like that. Now let's see how this checks out. Now we'll probably have to wrap up stream here in just a little while. Probably once I get this scene done. Because, like, I'm slowly remembering that I have not ate, like, at all today. So, I should probably do that. Might be a good idea for me to actually eat food. Okay, floor is moving the wrong way. LOL. And we are not drawing the surface in the correct location. Okay. But this is okay because I can actually tweak these things live now that I've got the thing set up. So, let's see. Why is this not working properly? Oh, you know, because, and let me show you. Let me go out of full screen on the game. Just a quick tick. All right. So, you can't really see it, but like, I'm not setting it to draw to the surface. So let me go back in. It might fix it in real time if I say surface set target part surf, and then surface reset target. Okay. Okay. All right, noticing some slight issues here. Transparency is not working properly. So we do need to say GPU set blend enable to true, I think. And then false. Oh, nope. Nope, don't do that. Shoot, what do I do for this? Camera, what does it say? Blend enable. Is that right? We set it to false? And then do true? Oh, well, it's even more broken. Okay, hold up. Let's figure this out. Left window isn't working because the cart is behind it. Yeah, I know. We can just say horse.image alpha is 0 real quick, and oh, it's gonna disappear maybe. Maybe not. That means part of the horse is not drawing based on its... Ah, I see, maybe. Hold up. Okay, I'm fixing a few things here. Where do we actually make this horse rotate? What the heck? Okay. I'm gonna focus on getting the visual issues fixed before I fix the horse. So I'm gonna actually take this window. I'm gonna move it over to my second screen real quick here. So let's check blend modes. What can we do here? I'm gonna move this after the reset, and we'll say... Does that do it? Nope. Because you can see, if you actually look at the anti-aliasing pixels, you can actually see through them for some reason. Which is not ideal. So... Yeah, they've become windows. They themselves have become windows. Let's mess with the blur a little bit, too. Okay. Let's see. I'll just do a quick Google search. How to fix transparency in game maker surfaces. So does blend enable just need to be true? At Gork, fix this. True. This is even funnier. But I know why that's happening. That's because that there. No, they're still doing it. What? But like it's even weirder because oh no, never mind. That's because of where the horse is. Now they're really windows, yeah. Had a nice study this morning before work. Today's devotional is good. I'm looking forward to cracking into it later tonight, actually. I did mine really late last night, and I was kind of struggling to stay awake reading the Old Testament passage. Also came up on a W blanket check message. Bro, you're gonna have to actually send a message somewhere, bro. Go back to this. I'm trying to figure, like, what is actually the deal here? Am I about to have to crack into a freaking Dragonite spam video? Yeah, it really does. Banjo-Kazooie stuff always fits really well with everything. Don't think I need to clear it. Maybe I do need to clear it. Let's try that. Surface set, draw, clear, alpha. Does that fix it? Nope. Doesn't make any difference. Okay, I'm not listening to Final Battle Banjo-Kazooie. Don't need to clear it, so... I'm gonna do white, maybe. Any difference? Nope. This is gonna be one of those that's a struggle, actually. I was warned about this before I put the transparency thing in there. Maybe I need to like, maybe I need to change the surface format. What would that be? Let's check docs. What formats do we have? Because I might need to tell it to do RGBA 16 float. Yeah. Is that right? Or no. We're gonna tell it just to do this and maybe it'll be cool. Hold on. Let's see. Let's check this out. Is this a W blanket? That is a W blanket, actually. That's kind of banger. It's purple. Blanket review on stream. Dude, I'd have to get it over to my PC and everything. Could be funny. Hold up. Let me save it. Maybe I can do that. Save to camera roll? How do I do that? Save in chat. Save to camera roll, not as chat wallpaper. Summoning salt video. I mean, low key. Okay, we're gonna have to close the game for a moment there, but I'm gonna have to like do a deep dive into surfaces and stuff. So we'll do a blanket reveal. How many times has this stream been derailed? Enough. This is the last time, because I think what I'm gonna end up having to do is I'm gonna have to go on a deep dive on different different intricacies of surfaces to make this work properly. So, which is, it's gonna be so troll. So troll. But let me, we'll blanket review, but I think we're gonna do the blanket review, and then that's probably where I'll wrap up stream for the day, because we are going on close to 4 hours, actually. Close to 4 hour stream today. All right. Blanket review. What do we think, chat? I'm thinking, first of all, I like how the pattern goes. W blanky. I'm liking the color. It's looking like it's not one of those like really lame textures that is not good for the skin. This looks like something that you could definitely cuddle up under this blanket with a good movie. That's what I'm gonna say. You could sleep with this blanket. You could be on the couch with this blanket. This blanket is probably going to be one of those that you keep for a long time. I'd say it. I'd say it. The purple. I'm going to say... Okay, and this is like without knowing the size of the blanket. Without knowing the size of the blanket, this is probably a 9 out of 10 blanket. If it's a big blanket, that puts it a 10 out of 10. Realistically. And I'm not even exaggerating there. This is like probably going to be a top tier blanket. Throw size. Okay. Yeah. 10 out of 10 blanket. As long as you got enough to like wrap up in there and not to worry about like your legs poking out at the end of it, it's good. I'm rocking with it. But I'm thinking now, though, that this is probably where I'm going to have to wrap up stream for today, because, again, I'm about to have to do a deep dive onto how Game Maker handles transparency inside of surfaces to see if this is, like, going to be, like, a bigger problem down the road, and how I can fix that, for one. And two is I haven't ate since, like, 10 o'clock this morning, and it is now almost 6:30, so I'm starting to get hungry, and I should probably go eat. The dev grind, the stream grind has been taking over today. I even thought about eating lunch before I started, and then I didn't. I was like, I don't really feel hungry, but now I do. So I think that's where I'm going to wrap up everything for today. So, thank you guys very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure you check out in the YouTube description or the Twitch badges below my other socials, whether it's the opposite platform, or if it's joining the Discord, or actually trying Angels and Demons, or just checking out the link tree to find out where else you can find me at. But for those of you who stuck around, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.